Very soon, in August, June. All right, 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay, if you want to ask questions, you can raise your hand, and the microphone will go around.
Hey, Oscar, somewhat Boxing Insider. So earlier this week, Bernard was talking about your fight when Bernard came down to 157 and the weight grade was 158. Is there room for compromise, and could you negotiate a Golovkin-Canelo fight at 158?
Well, that's the conversation I will be having tomorrow. I'm not going to talk about details. I'm not going to talk about what we're going to talk about. Those negotiations will happen behind closed doors, and when we come to an agreement, we will let everybody know.
Oscar, buenas noches. Ahorita lo comentabas claramente. Si Canelo-Golovkin quiere enfrentar a Saúl, que te llame, ¿no? Y la segunda pregunta, ¿es el knockout más contundente que tú le has visto a Canelo?
Sí, era un knockout bien contundente, y era un knockout impresionante, y para mí se me hace que puede ser el knockout del año. Yes, he said if that's the most devastating knockout that I've seen out of Canelo, and I strongly believe that that knockout will hold up as knockout of the year, and I believe it was even more devastating than the Kirkland knockout.
Oscar, Kevin, you know, what is your thought process on making this fight? You know, we wanted to see him fight Golovkin tonight, and obviously you decided to go with Khan, and now Cotto is coming in the mix for possibly, right? So you have to deal with Cotto or Golovkin. So what's your thought process when you make the fight?
Well, you heard Canelo after the fight calling out Golovkin. I mean, he even wanted to fight him in the ring right now, tonight. That's the fight to make. And tomorrow I will make the call. I will start negotiating, and I really hope that we can come to an agreement.
Just to follow up on that, if I could then, why is Cotto even been mentioned in the picture?
I've never mentioned Cotto.
So you guys are not at all?
I am not talking to Cotto. I am not negotiating with Cotto. Cotto is not even in the equation.
And so just Triple G.
That's the fight you guys want, correct?
Yes.
Como siempre, Francisco Rivera con Estrella TV, saludarte. Me llama mucho la atención lo que mencionas sobre Golovkin, contesta tu teléfono, porque te vamos a llamar. ¿Ya lo tienes en speed dial? ¿A qué hora le vas a llamar más o menos? Sí, no, ya tengo el número de todos sus representantes. Es la verdad que todo el mundo quiere ver, es la verdad que Canelo quiere. Como dijo el Canelo, no le huye a nadie. Y si la gente quiere ver esa pelea, la gente la va a ver. He asked if I have Golovkin's number on speed dial. I have all his representatives' number on speed dial. If that's the fight that everybody wants to watch, if that's the fight that Canelo wants, then I will get some well-deserved rest tonight and wake up early in the morning and start making my phone calls.
We can do it maybe 10:30. Oscar, right to your right in front of you right here. John Castellino with UNLV. Just describe this arena and obviously the experience that you've had this week. A great crowd, over 16,000. What do you think it's even?
It was a wonderful experience. I mean, every seat in the house was incredible. The views were amazing. I believe the fans had an amazing time. This has to be one of the best personally, and this will be, Las Vegas will be Canelo's home for many years to come, and obviously we will be sitting down with the MGM group and discussing future fights and making Canelo Alvarez's home, the MGM and this arena here. So it was a beautiful experience. One of the best arenas that we've ever been in across the country. It's AEG. Mr. Anschutz knows how to do it. The MGM group, they have a wonderful team behind them who is collaborating, and they've done a tremendous job with this arena. State of the art.
Right here, Oscar. I know most of the conversation here is about the prospect of Canelo versus Triple G. Can you just give your thoughts about the sort of audacious challenge that Khan made and the effort that he gave? And, he looked so good the first round and he just got nailed. It's all the stuff we talked about leading up the speed work and Canelo's power.
Yeah, thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan, for noticing that. Amir Khan. I've always said Amir Khan is one of the most bravest fighter on the planet today. He's willing to be great. He's willing to, Amir Khan didn't lose nothing tonight. Amir Khan is going to come back. He's probably going to go fight at 154 or go down to 47. I mean, he looked really big, so I don't know if he can go to 47, but I'm telling you one thing. He can beat anybody at 47 and 54. Amir Khan, there's really no shame in his performance. I believe he was up on one scorecard. And the two other cards were really close. Canelo even mentioned, he got frustrated in the first couple of rounds. But that's what Amir does to you. And that's exactly why we love watching Amir Khan in fights. Is because he's an exciting fighter. I've always said he's too brave for his own good. Amir Khan has tremendous speed. There will not be another middleweight with speed like Amir Khan's.
Oscar, hace unos días dijiste que tenías que dejar marinar la pelea de Canelo y Golovkin.
I'm sorry, this is a message from Amir Khan. It says, I'm okay everyone, that's boxing for you. Congrats to Canelo. Much love to all the fans.
Yeah, that's it.
So that's who Amir Khan is.
Oscar, hace unos días comentaste que ibas a dejar marinar la pelea de Canelo y Golovkin. ¿Hubo algo que te dijo Canelo o que viste en esta pelea que te dice que mañana vas a llamar a negociar la pelea con Golovkin?
Nosotros siempre hemos dicho que la pelea de Canelo-Golovkin iba a ser la próxima que se iba a negociar. Yo iba a hablarle a los representantes el día 8 de mayo, el domingo, mañana. Así que eso no cambiará. Ese plan no cambiará. He asked, did I change my mind? That I mentioned that I was going to let this fight marinate with Canelo-Golovkin. I like my steak medium rare, Kevin. I don't like it well done like Bob Arum. I don't like to marinate too much. But nothing changed my mind. I've always said that come May 8th, we will start negotiating with Golovkin's people.
Oscar, Bob Bell, I'm from USA Today. You talked about Vegas here being Canelo's home from here on out. What about Dallas, if that fight is made?
Absolutely. I'm sure you saw Jerry Jones in the arena tonight. I invited him personally, and I appreciate him coming down. And he's that's how serious he is about taking a Canelo fight or several fights to his stadium in Dallas. And so I'm going to be doing a lot of work in the next week. I have to now fly to Dallas, and there's several other people who want to stage Canelo fights all over the country, all over the world now. So, you know, it's a matter of just, I'm going to take maybe one day off, Sunday, and start working my magic to make Canelo's next fight happen. But Jerry Jones's arena in Dallas is a huge possibility for Canelo fights in the near future.
Oscar, to your right over here. Mohammed Mubarak with EURWeb.com. Would you also consider Los Angeles as being a location, maybe Dodger Stadium?
Absolutely. What Magic Johnson has done at the Dodger organization, with the Dodgers and with the stadium being one of the safest places, one of the safest arenas, stadiums in the country. They've revamped everything, they've put in a lot of money, and Canelo has a lot of fans in Los Angeles, and you know, boxing's history shows that Los Angeles at Dodger Stadium has staged some of the biggest events in the history of this sport. So we'll, like I said, I'll be talking to a lot of stadium owners and arena owners to see where we're going to stage Canelo's next fight.
Oscar, hablando del staker de la opinión que estás, Oscar, acabas de comentar que Khan no perdió nada en esta pelea, que ganó mucho en esta pelea. Si Khan no perdió nada en esta pelea, ¿qué ganó Canelo en esta pelea? Habiendo peleado tal vez 15 libras arriba en diferencia de peso. Y si nos puedes decir en qué peso subió Canelo a pelear.
Sí, el Canelo demostró en una manera contundente, ganó.
Of Gennady Golovkin, and that he was just emotional in the aftermath of the fight. How real is this challenge, and are you quietly considering a fight with Manny Pacquiao?
Okay, so should I just not negotiate with them, if that's what they're saying? Should I just go to somebody else and start negotiating with who? Manny Pacquiao? You know, like I said, it wasn't emotions. It was always, you know, Canelo believing in himself and proving, you know, the doubters that he has, or the critics, whatever you call them. You know, Canelo's a young guy. He's a fighter who wants to fight everybody and prove to everyone. And like he said, he's not afraid of nobody. And I've always mentioned, these last few weeks, come Sunday, I'm going to start making my phone calls and start negotiating. So, look, if anybody doubts me, if anybody doubts Canelo, I mean, what am I supposed to do? I'm going to make my phone call tomorrow, and then I'll take it from there.
From BBC Radio in the UK. You said how two judges had Canelo in front. How did you have the fight after 5 rounds?
I had it even. I had Amir, who was in the fight. I mean, I called him. I mean, that's Amir Khan's speed and his amateur experience. I just didn't expect Amir to be this fast and carry the weight. I just didn't expect it, and I had the fight pretty even in the 5th round. Amir Khan did a tremendous job, he really did.
Were you concerned at that time?
Yes, I was. Just like a lot of people were as well. We were concerned, but that's who Amir Khan is. He has an excellent corner. He's a gifted boxer. disciplined boxer. He's a hard worker, and that's exactly what we expected. I mean, he got caught with one punch. He got caught with a punch that was coming at him lightning fast with tons of power. Guys, Canelo's only getting better. Canelo looked sensational in this fight, cutting off the ring, using his side-to-side movement, using his jab, and not getting frustrated. Because if Canelo does not change his game plan, he could have got frustrated for 12 more rounds. That's how good Amir-Khan is.
Oscar, Jesús.
How many minutes? 1 minute. 1 minute.
Over here, Oscar. Over here. Jesús López, ESPN Deportes 1460. Oscar, estamos celebrando el 5 de mayo. La historia marca que han existido grandes boxeadores mexicanos, como en el caso de Julio Chávez, como en el caso de Salvador Sánchez, y hay muchos mexicanos que aún se encuentran dudosos de aceptar a Saúl Canelo Álvarez en la talla de esos grandes campeones. ¿Tú crees que con el knockout de hoy a Saúl Canelo Álvarez le alcance para ser parte de esas glorias, empezar a escribir una historia más grande? ¿Y hasta dónde influyó realmente la diferencia de peso en esta pelea para este tipo de knockout, desde tu punto de vista? Gracias.
Sí, no, yo creo que críticas siempre va a haber, y eso es lo bonito del deporte, que cada uno que sea crítico, al contrario, le ayuda al boxeador para trabajar más duro, para prepararse mejor. Y como lo fue Julio César Chávez, como lo fue Salvador Sánchez, en algún momento de su carrera ellos también recibían críticas. Las críticas siempre van a estar, y por eso uno como boxeador tiene que, ¿qué es la palabra? Aceptarlas, ¿no? Con mucho cariño, ¿no? ¿Me entiendes? Así que las críticas son positivas, pero si este knockout no demostró lo que es el Canelo, lo que va a ser el Canelo en el futuro, yo no sé qué pueda hacer el Canelo para convencer. So, you know, he mentioned the great like Julio César Chávez and Salvador Sánchez and so on, the Mexican champions. Will this fight convince the critics or the doubters that Canelo's for real? And just like Chavez, just like Salvador Sánchez, just like any fighter who's coming up, or you're going to get criticized. You're going to receive critics no matter what until the end of your career. And what you must do is embrace those criticisms and turn them into a fuel. You know, use it as a motivation. And because the critics and the criticism will never go away. So one thing you must do is embrace it and use it to become a better fighter. So Canelo Álvarez, he's only getting better, he's only getting faster, he's getting lighter on his feet, and as every fight goes on, and I'm sure after the Golovkin fight happens, he's still going to get criticized. So you just, as a fighter, embrace it and just accept it.
Buenas noches, Oscar. Omar Pérez Campos de Promedios. Oye,
un minuto, 1 minute.
Precisamente Canelo ha aceptado retos contra Trump, contra Mayweather, contra Lara, contra Cotto. Ha sido muy claro el Canelo Team que no tiene miedo de pelear con Golovkin, pero solo ponen una condición: 155 libras. Sin embargo, el Consejo insiste que esta es pelea mandatoria y que Golovkin está en la libertad de pelear en 160. Si las negociaciones no progresan en eso y el CMB de todos obliga a la pelea, ¿tú ves un escenario donde preferirías que Saúl dejara el centro y regresara a Super Welter, o estarías dispuesto a que suba de peso?
No, pues como yo dije, las negociaciones van a empezar mañana, y hasta que se haga la pelea la voy a anunciar, y se van a anunciar los detalles de la pelea.
pero sí, vamos a obedecer a la CMB y empezar a negociar, porque eso es lo que las reglas indican y obviamente pues nosotros respetamos la CMB.
Oscar, right here, Rick.
Hey, Ricky.
Let me ask Oscar, you had 2 middleweights on this card get devastating wins. What's the probability of matching Curtis Stevens with David Lemieux in the near future?
Great question. Look, the middleweight division.
An 18-part catch weight. So could we eliminate weight as being an issue or a stumbling block for making the Gennady-Golovkin fight? Because quite honestly, Canelo comes in the ring as a super middleweight anyway. By the time he actually enters the ring, he's every bit as big as Gennady. So weight won't be an issue making this fight, right?
It won't be an issue. It won't whatsoever. I mean, you know, he has the middleweight belts. Canelo makes 155 pounds actually easy. You know, so the weight will not be an issue whatsoever. All right, I promise you. 1 minute. Jesus.
I guess I'll just go.
Sorry, man. You understand, right? I mean, your deadline is still. He's doing the urine test.
Oscar, when you and Bernard fought for all the marbles at 160, right before you did, you had a collision course card where you both fought on the same night against the opponents to build up. Is there any chance that's possible for September with Canelo and Triple G? Would you be open to that?
I have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow when I begin negotiations. But yes, you bring a good point. Yes, it's a great idea. But first thing is first. And like I said, negotiations are behind closed doors, and I will reveal those negotiations when they're done.
Sí, Ángel Rodríguez de Univision Deportes. Cuando se sienten a negociar a partir de mañana con la gente de Golovkin, ¿va a ser una condición para ustedes que sea un peso acordado o están dispuestos a pelear en 160?
Voy a negociar todo mañana, y los detalles se van a revelar cuando ya esté todo hecho.
Oscar.